What's good, guys? Let me try to edit this right real quick. There we go. Okay. What's good, guys? What's up, Brett? What's going on with you, bro? Can you hear me good? Oh, I like that. That good. What's good? You put the E at the end. If Can you hear me, Brett? Put an okay if you can hear me. Okay, appreciate that, Brett. So, guys, it's a pretty good week for waiver wire. So I got some waiver wire additions for you for the quarterbacks, tight ends, and receivers and RBs. And y'all can ask me questions too about whatever, guys. It doesn't matter. We have a game tonight, so you got any questions about the game? We can talk about it all, guys. I'm gonna try to go no longer than an hour, and if it's no more questions, then I go less than an hour. But yeah, guys, we can talk about everything. So I guess I'll start off by greeting some of the guys in the chat. Let me see. I got my boy Brett here. He's the first one in here. Appreciate that, Brett. I got my boy Kevin and my homeboy Uzi. Let me see. You good? I like that, Brett. I like that. I like that. That's what I used to do in school all the time. When I would say the word good, I would put the E at the end. That's my last name, by the way. Said my boy Kevin said, you think Booker is startable in the future? If you got to. Is like I said, guys, say if you want to choose between Mike Davis, Booker, or Gio. If you want to start Booker, that's fine. I would do it against an easy matchup. I wouldn't do it against a matchup where I feel like they would shut down the run game of the Raiders. But if it's a good matchup in the run game, yeah, I would, because they're not going to give Josh Jacobs 5 touchdowns. If it's 5 touchdowns to be made in a rush game, then they split it. Give Jacobs 3 and maybe 2 running backs, the other 2, or maybe just Booker can get the other touchdowns. But I believe that in good matchups, he is fantasy viable. I believe that he's going to get work every week. Now, as far as starting him in fantasy to go boom over 10 points, I don't know. Standard league, you might be better in that. PPR, he's not that good unless he scores. So that's how I feel about that, bro. Good question, Kevin. See, Brett says Lamar Miller projections move up from practice squad. Bruh, that's just discussion. Wait till the guy get on the field and show you something. Don't try to guess, and try to be ahead, too cutting edge. He could come out there and not get any work. Kind of like Devontae Freeman. Wayne Gallman is outdoing Devontae Freeman. So they ain't sitting Gallman for Freeman anymore, even though Freeman is making some good money, So you just kind of have to wait it out and see, man. Lamar Miller's coming off an injury too. So Uzi says Darnell Mooney blowing up today. Yeah, bro. I'm thinking so. I like him over Allen Robinson. The reason why I believe Allen Robinson is gonna get more targets, but do you think they're gonna have a good game and be efficient at getting Allen Robinson the ball? It doesn't look efficient to me. I don't like playing players that don't look efficient. I would have traded Allen Robinson 2 to 3 weeks ago and got one of my advice I gave to one of my homeboys is to trade him for Kelsey. And I think at maybe a point in time he might have could have did it. And even if he couldn't have done it, I would have traded him for like a RB1 or a strong RB2. Kind of like let me see here. Maybe DeAndre Swift. Guys, you see what Swift did this week. I've been telling y'all to get Swift. It's his time now. Other guys like Dobbins, they've been I don't know. Dobbins still the best player to me. But last week, I think it was a bad matchup. I'm sorry, something going on right here with the stream. Okay, it was a bad matchup. So, yeah. Let me see here. So, guys, let me get on to since we ain't got no more questions. I'll start talking to y'all about the running backs this week, and I got 3. I don't got a lot of guys because there's not a lot of guys out there that I haven't already talked about, and I don't want to just regurgitate. But if y'all got a question or something, you can hit me up. But I'm just going to hit you with 3 guys from each position. Let me see. Kevin comes with another question. You think Chicago D can shut down Cook tonight? No. I like Chicago D. They good. I would normally say, yeah, bro. Who's gonna shut down Dalvin Cook? Even if he gets shut down, what is that? 15, 20 points? You're not gonna sit that, are you? So yeah, bro. I don't Dalvin Cook I think is matchup proof going forward. Probably he might be the key to he might be the running back that's on all the winning teams that win out their leagues and stuff. I believe that Cook can be that guy. Like CMC was on a lot of championship teams last year. I believe Cook can be that. So I believe he's matchup proof, bro. I don't think he's gonna go for 50 points, 40 points, 50 points. I don't believe that, but I do believe he can go for 15 plus easily. 15 to 20 points easily. So another guy, guys, I want you to look out, and this is another running back guy, is Savon Ahmed from Miami. If they set Breida after and then traded for DeAndre Washington, and they still playing him over Patrick Lahr and everybody, Savon Ahmed is the man. Now, Gaskin, I believe Ahmed is worth you paying some fab or whatever for, and just to see how they're going to split it with Gaskin. Because Ahmed look good. I don't know. Just kind of look and see what they saying about Gaskins. He might be coming back soon, but Ahmed look very good, guys. So he's like one of my main running backs pickup for this week. Let me see. The Raiders are going to the Super Bowl. Bro, that ain't a bad pick. See, hey, Uzi, you cutting edge, bro. That's not a bad pick. But, bro, I would probably say no, but it can happen. The defense is just a little too weak. They need a great pass rush. If they had a great pass rush, bro, they could do it. But if they offenses go stupid and control the game and run the ball down your throat, you might not get enough attempts with your good quarterback to beat them. So that's a good pick, bro. But if they had a good pass rusher, they had like 10 plus sacks this year or 15. Oh yeah, bro. I'll be uttering what you're saying. Kevin Lewis said 40 points, 50 points. I like that, bro. Not this year, but maybe in the future. Hey, yeah, man, maybe like next year or year after, bro. So you own to something. I'm gonna talk about future bets next year. Like some of the guys. I don't know if you Uzi, I think you from you said Hawaii, so I don't know if y'all can gamble, but a future bet, bro, as far as picking the Las Vegas Raiders for like next year or the year after would be a great return. Like you probably could put $100 to win what, $8,000. So that would be a great future bet to make, man. Maybe not $100, but whatever you had to spare. Oh, you're a Raiders fan. I got you. Ain't nothing wrong with being a Raiders fan, bro. I always like Al Davis, even when they wasn't winning. He just got a little bit past his years and everything, but I love the way he is, man. He's about getting those. He's gonna get boomers, bro. So I mean, he didn't play for fantasy, but he's gonna get guys who's gonna take the lid off the defense. So I love them, bro. So guys, I'm gonna hit you with another RB to be looking for, and we talked about it earlier. I don't know if y'all had got in here yet. But wait a minute, guys. Before we move forward, let's put a pin in that. Did y'all get notification that I was going live at 4:30? I don't know what time it is where you from, but did y'all get the notification? Okay, I'm address it in a minute, Uzi, that question. The statement, I'm sorry. But you got the notice? Okay. So you got it like about 15, 20 minutes ahead of time, Kevin? Okay. That's all I want to make sure, guys, because y'all got to tell me to make sure, because I just don't want to pop up while I'm live, and y'all might be doing something. So I want to respect y'all time too. So that's what I'm going to start doing when I go live. I probably go and let y'all know I'm going live on game days. Every game day I'm going live. So I'm going to try to let you know maybe 30 minutes or maybe an hour ahead of time. So my boy Uzi said the problem is that if we want to get to the Super Bowl, we will have to beat Reed and Mahomes. Yeah, but y'all already did, bro. You know, this is the blueprint to beat Kansas City. Run the ball. So if it's 3rd and 1, you want to run the ball. Even though you got a great play call that can score. I know this sounds weird, but this is game plan. You run the ball. First down. Even if you have to punt or kick a field goal on your side you got to hold the ball for 5 to 6 minutes. That way, when Pat Mahomes, he only touching it twice a quarter. If he touching it 4 times a quarter, you in trouble. If he getting 4+ attempts against you to score in a quarter, you're going to lose. But guys, if you run the ball like the way Tennessee did last year, the way Las Vegas did this year, guys, it's a game plan for him because I got to score. And Pat Mahomes doesn't play as relaxed because he got pressure on him. So to put the pressure back on them is to hold the ball and you got to beat them in time of possession, guys, and you can beat them. So, man, the Raiders is not no bad pick, bro. It's just the defense ain't ready. Okay, so yeah, man. So, like I said, I was talking about Devontae Booker earlier, guys. Yes. We talked about him earlier. Kevin asked about him. Yeah, you can play Devontae Booker. Especially great matchups. So, like, let's just say if they play the Chiefs again, yeah, I believe Devontae could have some work. I'm playing. Of course, it's safer to play Josh Jacobs, but Devontae Booker, I wouldn't say a Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb type split, but just a little bit less. So maybe let's say Josh Jacobs 20 points, then Devontae Booker could easily have 12 points. So they're going to split it. They're not going to give no guy one workload. But Josh Jacobs is he's been getting injured. So Devontae Booker is good to have anyway. Because Josh Jacobs go down and you got Devontae Booker. He just believe he is getting a good workload. He's getting 20+ carries. So Devontae Booker good regardless. And then if you got to play him because of buys, then you good too, bro. But I'm not going to sit here and try to play him over Kareem Hunt. I'm not looking to do that. That's just too edgy. But I will play him over weaker backs, the bit backs that have improved to me. Maybe even Gio. I like Gio, but if you have another tough matchup again, Gio's a good player. But tough matchups, I will play Booker over him if it's a soft schedule for Booker. So let me see. If you had to bet on the number 1 fantasy running back next year, who would it be? Oh, good question, Uzi. If you had to bet on the number 1 fantasy RB next year, who would it be? Woo. Number 1, I don't know, but this is what I will say. Antonio Gibson. I like Antonio Gibson. Give me one more. Let me think. I got one more for you. Hold on. I got one more for you, bro. Go find on my notes. Okay. Yeah, so Antonio Gibson or DeAndre Swift. Those two, man. Those are 2 backs that I believe are going to be trending in a great direction, especially with the Detroit coaches probably going to get fired. He's trying to be like Bill Belichick and play a bunch of backs. And I get it. I understand what he's trying to do, but he could slow down the growth of DeAndre Swift. So the new regime that's going to come in there probably are going to be like running first to help Matt Stafford because he's taking a lot of injuries and stuff around his collarbone, shoulders, fingers, and all. So you need a play action. I will run a play action game through them. Kind of like a Kevin Stefanski that's in Cleveland right now. Somebody like that just makes them play more run game. And I believe DeAndre Swift can be the person to win them from that. And AP could be there just to keep helping, but he's not going to be taking carries from DeAndre Swift next year, bro. So, yeah, that's good. That's my 2 backs next year, bro. DeAndre Swift and Antonio Gibson. Okay. Thoughts on Joe Mixon? Keep riding the Gio Storm train. Keep riding Gio against great matchups. Don't worry about Mixon. Let him come back. If he doesn't come back, that don't mean to drop Gio because of Gio having this one bad game against the best defense in the league. So I'm not worried about Mixon. Actually, bro, hopefully you got Gio. That way you can keep playing Gio, Ron. And just the matchups will get better. So I'm not worried about Mixon. I'm not even gonna take the time to know when he's coming back because it doesn't matter. They're not gonna tell you the full thing. You know, it was a pretty bad injury. If they was gonna be coherent with us, they would have told us just 2 weeks ago that this injury is gonna be pretty long. But they don't want to tell us that. So I don't believe when he come back that he's gonna get bell cow. So I'm still gonna hold on to Gio. And if he do come back and you got him and Gio, if you could find a better matchup, a more consistent back, I would play and I would sit both of them and wait. That's edgy. But you could play Joe Mixon too. You know, Joe Mixon coming out there and they saying he's a full go. You have to play him. He's a bell cow. But I don't like the pass work. So in standard, yeah, you play Joe Mixon. When PPR, Gio still could be a better play. You know, Gio scored some touchdowns while Joe Mixon was fully healthy. So yeah, man. So it's just I'm just gonna ride the Gio train wise here, man, and cross that bridge when I get there when Mixon comes back. But good question, bro. So my boy Andrew Jury says, best waiver pickup this week. Well, I'm only talking about running backs right now, bro. But so far as the running backs, it's Savon Ahmed. And I hope I said that right. But it's the running back from Miami. I like him, man. He looks good. Also, what ain't another bad one, and this is the last one I'm talking about for the RBs, guys. And if you ain't one here, the two guys I've talked about is Savon Ahmed and Devontae Booker. Those are the two backs that I want y'all to look at. And then my last one for this week, the three guys I'm looking at, and I'm gonna hit some more waivers. If something else happened, guys, now you better believe I'm gonna do a video on it. But Kalen Ballard. Now, I believe I like the way Kalen looked. You seen the 2-game trends that he had, 16 and 15, 16.15 points. The 2-game trend that he had, guys, is pretty good. And the reason why I like this back in particular over some other backs is because they want a good offense. Look what Justin Herbert is doing. Justin Herbert is getting up between the 20s. He's getting in the green zone and he's getting in the red zone. So that's going to have Kalen Ballard more opportunities to score because it ain't like they struggling to score. They're just struggling to close games and have a good defense at the end for the fourth so they can close out the game. So Kalen Ballard, he's a good play too, but I like Savon Ahmed is because you might be able to get him without like 0 fab or people might not be on him. So actually Ballard probably could be more safer. But Ahmed could be more of a boomer, a league-winning player. So that's how I feel about this. So that's all my backs for the week. Let me see what some other questions. My boy Brett says James Robinson would make the top 3 with those two. Yeah, man, he would. Who knows what they do with the quarterback position? So I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're probably gonna let Gardner go. I don't know if they're going to retain that guy to be the starter. They probably try to draft a quarterback. And that when I hear draft a quarterback, if he's not a Justin Herbert, and who's the Justin Herbert or a Colin Murray, if he's not one of those guys, they load the box to stop James Robinson and make DJ Chark beat him on the outside. Make your quarterback prove that I can get the ball down to Keelan Cole and DJ Chark. If you can't, then I'm going to stack the box against James Robinson, which he still can be in a top 10, but not the top 3. But if he has a great quarterback, if they trade for a quarterback and they spraying that ball around, James Robinson can boom PPR, man, and he can boom in standard because he can run the ball between the tackles. So that's how I'm looking at that situation, bro. So you're right. Yeah, he could be a top 3 back for us next year, but it's about game planning and the coaching and also the quarterback. So like those hot takes. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate that, Uzi. Ryan, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate all of you, man. Thanks, bro. You welcome. You're welcome, Andrew. Let me see. Uzi says Justin Herbert next year will be up there fighting with Mahomes. Guys, I'm gonna say something that's cutting edge right here. And I'm gonna ask y'all in the chat. Y'all can answer this question. We're gonna go back and forth with this. Who you think is a better athlete, Justin Herbert or Pat Mahomes? And I said what I said. Who you think is a better athlete, Justin Herbert or Pat Mahomes? Y'all can answer that in the chat. I'm waiting. About why y'all doing that, I'm gonna go. Let me see. I'm gonna ask Kevin questions. He think Winston will thrive at least or in fantasy sense. I don't know. I believe that the coaches are going to draw up good. Sean Payton's going to draw up some good game plans for him. So I believe Taysom Hill and Jameis will play together. They will both. I'm pretty sure that Jameis is going to get more snaps, but the game plan together to create our strengths together. James by himself and out there winging it ain't gonna go. You seen that? Like he get the balls out quicker than Drew Brees, but Drew Brees knows where to go with the ball. I believe using Taysom Hill at the right time, letting Jameis play and get the ball out with his strong arm, or throwing deep balls without him having to make decision factors within like the middle of the game and changing the play, will bring those strengths out. So I believe Sean Payton gonna have to go to work. He's gonna have to earn his money this week by giving Jameis a simple game plan and giving Taysom Hill simple game plans. So I believe they will work together, and I believe Jameis would be fantasy valuable to get through maybe 15 points. Because why are you gonna throw the ball down to Michael Thomas in the red zone when Jameis are known for picks? What you gonna do? You giving it to Alvin, and you're gonna let Taysom do it from the Wildcat with the quarterback, because that's hard to stop, guys. Have you seen that? What Kyler Murray doing? It's almost unstoppable to stop a quarterback that can run, and he's like faking it to their running back. That stuff is in high school, is in Pee Wee. It's unstoppable in football if you got a good quarterback. So Taysom Hill can have 2 touchdowns this week, but James can still take care of the ball, play it safe, pepper Mike Thomas a little bit, throw it to the open guy. They won the game. So that's how I believe the game plan can be, bro. But I'm not thinking Jameis is a big play, but he is on my quarterback list because he is safe. Because I understand that Josh Allen is gonna be out this week. So yeah, man, good question, bro. So let me see what y'all said about Justin Herbert and Pat Mahomes. Let me see. Ryan said Mahomes. Brett said Herbert only because he took a big hit and knocked the other guy out. But Herbert is stronger. Okay. I think Herbert is guys, don't forget to like the stream and share the stream. Also subscribe to the channel if you're new. But Herbert is a better athlete. I know it doesn't sound he is, guys. He's stronger. He might not be. He's a better athlete. I said what I said. All the charisma with the behind the back pass. No, Justin don't got that. It's like a handle. You know how some guys like freaky doing all the freaky stuff like Steph, but some guys got a handle. They ain't doing the freaky. They just trying to be efficient, and that's Justin Herbert. He can run, guys. He could run. He could have 50, 60 yards. He could be like a Josh Allen. He may not be the better athlete than Josh Allen, but he's right underneath Josh Allen. Pat Mahomes is down here. Pat Mahomes is he's just a wizard with the ball. But Justin Herbert is a hell of an athlete. So what I'm saying, guys, next year, Justin Herbert could take over the league and be held. And you got Keenan Allen, you got Mike Williams, and Mike Williams stay healthy. And then Hunter Henry come through, and he know how to use those guys. Justin Herbert can be a league winner. So, guys, what I'm going to tell you, because I said this about Kyler Murray last year, Justin Herbert is the guy, if he don't boom too much, be a guy that you can take like in the 5th, 6th round. And the other people has got like Pat Mahomes and maybe Lamar Jackson or Kyler Murray, and you can get Justin Herbert, and you can have a league-winning player that you didn't have to go up and get him in the 1st and 2nd round or 3rd round. So that's what I believe about Justin Herbert. So let's get on, guys. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't go on too much of a tangent. Damn, it's close. Hold on. Okay, let me go up. I'm sorry. Okay. So he says, think Winston would thrive. Yeah. So I answered that question. So Dean Talley says, would you drop Z Moss with Zach Moss or McKissick for any of the RBs you mentioned for the playoffs? Standard league. Standard league, yes. For DeAndre Swift, I'll drop McKissick if I had to. But PPR, I am not dropping McKissick. Not with Alex Smith in there. Z Moss, standard, I'll hold on to him. But if you can get DeAndre Swift, I would do it. Let me see what some other guys you would trade that I mentioned. I wouldn't do it for J.K. Dobbins because he hasn't improved enough. So I've been wrong on that one, guys. But I'm just being patient. I still didn't see nothing that impressed me from Mark Ingram or Gus Edwards. So I don't know why they're playing around with those guys when you have a talent that can pass out the backfield. And they're going to get better. When they lose, that's even more trending for J.K. Dobbins. So, yeah, man, that's DeAndre Swift and maybe James Robinson. I mean, yeah, it'd be great if you could do it for Dalvin Cook or somebody like that. I'm pretty sure ain't gonna be able to. But yeah, man, DeAndre Swift and I will hold on to Zach Moss, bro. I like Zach Moss. They gonna need him to take some carries off of Josh Allen, bro. He's the green zone back. So let me see here. Damn, it's close, but I slightly lean Mahomes. I feel you, bro. I feel you. For Mahomes, nice, but I think Herbert is a little bit better athlete. Ron says top 5 RBs rest of the season. Top 5 RBs rest of the season. I might got to do a video on that, bro. You put me on the spot, so I might change it, but I'm gonna give you something right now. Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara. You know those two. I got a caveat. Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. There's 2, but they a package deal. And Derrick Henry for the playoffs. Derrick Henry only for the playoffs. But if you just want to stay regular season right now. So Derrick Henry doesn't count. But I do got him on this list for the playoffs. He has the best playoff schedule. Antonio Gibson and DeAndre Swift. So those are my top 5. But there was 6 with including Derrick Henry. So that's my top 5 RBs rest of the season, bro. Good question, Ron. Yeah, and then Uzi was like, but Herbert's stronger. Yep. I've got Murray paying off. Yeah, bro. And hey, Brett, did you go through my earlier videos, like my first, second, third videos I did? People at work was laughing at me, man, when I said that Kyler Murray had a chance to win MVP. That's why, guys, I'm not arrogant. Like, I'm very humble. But when people I've been doubted all my life with my takes, and y'all appreciate them. So that's why I know where I'm where I'm supposed to be. But I said Kyler Murray could win MVP, and everybody laughed at me. Now they don't even want to address it. They just looking. They kind of like hiding like this. Hey Terry, hey, or Terry. They call me Terry at work, but my homeboys call me TD. But hey Terry, TD. Yeah, you was right. You was right. I gotta go. I got some work to do. Yeah, I know you do. I was right, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I love Kyler Murray. So Ray, I didn't call you Erie today. Ray, that's my homie. What's up, Ray? So what did I miss? You ain't missed much. You missed the backs. The backs, all I talked about was Savon Ahmed, Devontae Booker, and Kalen Ballage. Those are 3 backs that I'm looking for people. My special one up for those was Ahmed. Not that he's gonna be better than those guys, but you can get him cheaper. You don't want to have to put him as a number 1 waiver priority. You might be able to go back on your waivers. I don't know how your waivers are, but then I said Kalen was the safest. Even though Devontae was going to play, but I felt like Kalen Ballage was the safest. And that's all I talked about, bro. You ain't missed much. So Uzi said next year I'm drafting Herbert and Keenan. Yep. That's the trend, bro. You can feel it, can't you? Yep, that's the guy you look for next year, and you get a good draft value. You think people gonna take? Well, they could take Herbert over Pat Mahomes, bro. I said what I said. I don't know. It depends on your leagues, but they could do that. Let me see. So Kevin says I never get good quarterbacks because I always draft 3 or 4 running backs first. That's okay, bro. Listen. I'm going to tell y'all about drafting them, and I'm giving a lot because I don't want to talk a lot about draft strategy. That's something for my Patreon. That's something for me to accept a separate entity because I'm very good at that. Very, very good, guys. You got to see my team from the last 2 years. Everybody just booming. I drafted them. Maybe it was a little too early a year before, but I'm great at dynasty drafting. But drafting 3 to 4 running backs back to back, that's okay, bro, if you getting workload. So if you, let me see, let me just read this out. Say if you done this, and some of these guys you wouldn't know to do it, but if say these guys was like they played the year before and you just know the trends. But say if you was to get, you got the second pick, you get Alvin Kamara. The next pick you get Nick Chubb, then you get Antonio Gibson, then DeAndre Swift. Don't be getting backs like Gio for the 4th pick. If they ain't starting and they ain't bell cow, 20 carries, all pass workload, do not draft them early in the draft, bro. Do not do it. You'd be better off drafting receivers. Like I go receiver heavy. And the reason why, because guys, I'm giving you good nuggets. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this. Then I'm gonna get off drafting, because if y'all want that, you have to come over to my website. This is I know I'm good at this. So I don't draft running backs too much unless you like. I drafted Christian McCaffrey a couple years ago, but then I'm drafting this year because he had a lot of work and I knew he could get hurt. And what happened? So what I drafted, it depends from year to year what I'm feeling. So this year, backs are going to get hurt, guys. So I don't want to be streaming players because my number one back that I took in the first 2 rounds are hurt. So I took Tyreek Hill in a lot of first in my drafts because I didn't never get like the first 3 picks because I was like round 5th, 6th, and 7th. And people thought I should have drafted Michael Thomas over him, but I didn't. I drafted Tyreek Hill because I know Tyreek can come back off injuries. He's tough. He's built like a running back, and he's matchup proof. Michael Thomas is not matchup proof, but that's another video. So with running backs getting hurt, these guys took them, and guess what you do when you got all these receivers? When they go stream a back, bam, you steal them. I got Fab. I got them. Because you streaming backs every week, and they's right there on you from every week. Guys are going down. You getting them. How you think you get James Robinson this year? You don't get James Robinson if you take a RB in the first round because you said, but you didn't. You like, oh my God, what's going on in Jacksonville? I might need an RB. So you picking all those guys up. Then you picking up a hit because you were streaming backs. That it's hard to happen like that with receivers. Look at Fogum. Fogum was a hit in the season, in the middle of the season, but I'm drafting those. I'm drafting those Julios and Tyreek Hills and D Hops first. Those are safe picks. They don't usually get hurt. If they get hurt, it's because they just old and it was a bad hit. But receivers' body holds up better than running backs, guys. So that's why I'm not trying to draft running backs early in the draft. I'm a 0 RB mentality. That doesn't mean I'm not going to take a RB first, but I'm a 0 RB type of guy because look at the end of the year. Look at your teams now, guys. Who drafted DeAndre Swift? He's going to finish as a top 10 back. Kareem Hunt. But yeah, if you took Nick Chubb, but look what you're gonna do when Nick Chubb was out. Look at these guys that's out. So Dalvin Cook is the only one I've been wrong about. But in Alvin Kamara, they held steady. But look at Christian McCaffrey. Look at Nick Chubb. We know Derrick Henry, what he is. He's a one-dimensional back, but he's great at it. So hopefully you're not taking him top 3. So yeah, guys, I'm just not a big fan of taking RBs early because they can get hurt and they can get nicked up for 4 weeks, and that's your number one player. You ain't gonna be able to get nobody off the waiver wire to match that. So guys, I'm gonna get on. I'm not gonna stay on that too long. So let me see. So what's the next year? I'm drafting Herbert Keenan. Okay. So yeah, that's Kevin. My boy Kevin said he always draft 3 to 4 running backs first. He never get a good quarterback. So yeah, bro, that's why I explained that. And then my boy Ira Solo says someone took Lamar first round, 6th pick. Laugh out loud. He 2-7 now. Yeah, that's why. But guess what? I'm 8-2 in one of my leagues, and I took Lamar Jackson in the second round. And reason why, I was 7th, so I took Tyreek first. So when it came back around, I needed the best quarterback. Now it didn't fall that way, but my team, I stay on the waiver wire. So it doesn't matter. Like, guys, you can hand me the last pick. I'm so good on the waiver wire. I'm gonna have players and get them before you do. So it doesn't matter. But yeah, let me see. The Chargers took, yeah. So like, I'm never taking quarterback number 1. But guys, I don't know about next year because I want to see what the playoffs does. If the playoffs, all the playoffs guys that win got these booming quarterbacks, guys, things might change. You might have to take a QB in the second round because if your quarterback ain't scoring 40 points, 50 points, you whooped. Look what Russell Wilson owner did. He could have had a sorry team. And if he got Russell Wilson, he was killing you with 50 points. It's hard to catch it. Take 3 to 4 guys sometimes to catch up with that. So, guys, you might have to start taking quarterbacks that you know going to boom for 40 points, 50 points in the second round. There's nothing wrong with that if he's a boomer because you comparing the guy. They got Nick Foles. He scores 22. Your guy scores 38. he better have Christian McCaffrey and all these other guys and some boomers to catch up. So that's why I don't. It's nothing wrong with taking a quarterback in the second round, but not in the first round, bro. See. Yep, but that's what he had. Like you said, he's 2-7. Say my boy Uzi says, and when the Chargers get Darren James back, they will be much better. Yeah, man. Hit me up in the chat, man, and let me know do you think he's gonna be to come back and be like the original Darren James? Because 2 injuries back to back and you don't play, you can start dipping, bro, because your body. So I loved him, man. I had him, bro. I play in a defensive player league. You know who I had for my 2 IDPs guys? Jamal, the guy. Dang, guys, why did you say that? I would the guy from the Jets that was traded. I'm sorry, I got a brain freeze. But and Darren James, Jamal Adams. I'm sorry, I hit Jamal, but then Darren James got hurt. I'm like, dang. So I wanted both of those guys. My IDPs would have been killer, man. So yeah, I believe when Darren James come back, that defense is gonna lock up, and you can tell they hurting from missing him. They don't have any good safety play. So is Lev Bell sleeping or is he done? Bruh, something similar like that happened to me. I had to miss football when I was young for about a year. And then I worked out and I was faster. I was running a 4.3. I was power clinging 250. I was great. And it just maybe my feet wasn't right. And I just could never get back the way I felt like I was running away from people. Maybe it could have been my team. We wasn't that good that year. But yeah, man, it's something with Lev Bell. I think, guys, he got old in 2 years, like older. He's not an old man, but this is the running back position. It's like a very special type of career for a running back. That's why I believe they should be paid separate on the scale, but that's another video. But yeah, Lev Bell, man, he's probably done, bro. And I thought he would be a good goal line back, but I just think his body is just he's got older with the injury, so he's never going to be the Lev Bell that we thought. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think so. So, guys, what I'm going to do is, just for the fact, I'm going to read out some of my receivers, and then I'm going to go back to the questions. Excuse me. So, my wide receivers, and this is not the number 1 guy, but a wide receiver that y'all should be streaming or should be picking up or stashing is MVS, Valdez Scantling. And MVS, I done told y'all, he's a sprinter. That's why he can't play football like far as running short routes, dropping balls. He's a sprinter. But when that guy gets going downfield and you double teaming Devontae, you in trouble. Now, listen, I didn't say this guy's not a great athlete. This guy can run. He runs like a deer. He's long leg and he can run. If you double Devontae, MVS will kill you on a backside post. And y'all see that I always talk about the backside post because that's what the speed guy runs. So when they run cover 2, there's 2 safeties, right? 2 safeties at the same depth. The beat cover 2, you don't go straight on the outside. That's feeding into cover 2. You split the safeties and make the middle linebacker have to come and chase you. But if you fast and I give you some plays, some smoke and mirrors, and you wait, bam. Now what that safety gonna do? MVS gonna outrun him. So they doing that cover 2 to try to keep Devontae in front of him. And MVS is splitting the cover 2, guys. I'm giving you gold. So MVS, guys, for his big play, he's a boomer. So there's nothing wrong with starting him some weeks just in the flex, no matter what the matchup is. Because unless they got a great defense, and like if they was playing the Bears, maybe not. But if they playing like an average defense, 15 or worse, you play MVS. And one more other guys before I go on is Michael Pittman. And I think it might have been Brett. I don't know if it was you, but we talked about Michael Pittman. And Michael Pittman is a big body, and it just seems like he's had like a 2-game trend. And I haven't seen any kind of 2-game trend from any receiver on the Colts. But Michael Pittman does. So he had 19 points last week. Well, yeah, last week, and he had 7 receptions for 101 yards. So, guys, I like Michael Pittman. You can pick him up. I'm going to finish the receivers, guys. And this is my player of the week. And I already did a video on this guy, and I told you. And I was waiting for this week to see where he at. Guys, he's that. He's it. It's Jacoby Myers. He played against Marlon Humphrey wasn't on him the whole game, but he played against Marcus Peters. He was playing against good corners, and he was getting off. He still had 5 catches for 59 yards. What is that? Is that 18 points that he had? Guys, this guy's matchup proof. You play him. That's the one of the best receivers they got out there. So I love Jacoby Myers, guys. So let me answer some more questions in here. Guys, like I said, don't forget to like the stream. Also share the stream and subscribe to the channel. So Breeze season is done. He got fractured ribs. Oh, he done, bro? He done, Ira? Wow. So, guys, that might be a Taysom Hill play, especially in Superflex. I'm not telling you to start him at quarterback. That's a little edgy. But at least put him on your team and see what happens. I don't believe Jameis going to get all the work. And what if Jameis goes down in the game? Like, Jameis gets an injury. And look what you got with Taysom Hill. So, I just want to let you know that. I don't know what position he is, but on ESPN format, he's a tight end. So, if I can play him at the tight end spot and all of a sudden he goes in at quarterback, I can win that week and look crazy. And they probably have to make me move him out the tight end position. They might switch his position because they might say it's cheating. So, I just want to give y'all that. But, yeah, Ira, if he out for the season, that's something, man. I hope not. So Ryan says, appreciate you, bro. Agreed. I like to see a top 5 or 10 rankings the rest of the season playoffs. So let me ask y'all this, like, guys, hit me up in my Gmail and tell me what y'all want so I can give you daily weeks. Well, not daily weeks, I'm sorry. Give you certain things for every week. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I have a routine. So if y'all want top 10 guys for the rest of the season, I can give you that. Now, stars and sits. I'm saving it for Patreon. That's something I got. I can't give you everything here. I can give you a lot, but I can't give you everything. So other than stars and sits, you tell me what you want. So yeah, man, I do a top 10. Probably, I don't know, maybe Wednesday or Tuesday tomorrow. I don't know. I'm not sure because I got some other things I got going on that I have planned to do. But yeah, bro, I might start doing a top 10 rest of the season and just moving around from week to week, whatever I believe, bro. So I appreciate that, man. Let me see. Took 2-7 Breeze season. Yeah, I appreciate that, Ron. You're right, bro. I'm gonna give you that. IRA says, I like the Curtis 50 Cent, but do you think he should be dropped? No, not while Christian's out. Even when Christian's out, man, they got a plan for him. Whenever they got a plan for you, bro, like Nyheim Hines, they have a plan for that man. When they got a plan for you, you can play that guy and you can hold on to him. If he ain't getting enough pass work, if he's just getting 4 carries and then 3 attempts in the pass game, no, I'm not playing it for no touchdown dependent guy. I'm not keeping no guy for touchdown dependent. But if he's getting 7 to 8 targets with 5 to 6 carries in the green zone, because he's getting green zone touches, they got a game plan for him in the red zone. Guys, you play that. So, CC Killing 2K. What's up, bruh? He says, thoughts on Gibson and Deontay Johnson rest of the year. Man, like I told y'all, Deontay Johnson is good. He's the guy that they're going to pacify. Like, if it's an easy game, he's going to have over 10 targets. But when they play Baltimore, Claypool is the man. So it's nothing. I like Deontay. You play him against matchups, and you probably can never really sit him. Baltimore, you might want to, but you can never sit him. I mean, I understand that. That's nothing crazy. I'm just not like saying, oh, Deontay, he's awesome, because he's not even the deciding factor on the offense. It's Claypool. Claypool's is the guy that like gives them the matchup that they want, that they can go and feed other guys. So that's how I feel about Deontay. And Gibson, bro, I like Gibson. You know, that's one of my biggest. I was on him before anybody was, bro. So I stayed on Gibson. So yeah, man, I like Gibson, bro. And McKenzie's not killing his touches in the green zone. So you keep Gibson, bro. So IRA says, I took Kamara first, Hop second, then my wide receiver AJ Brown and Kenny G been injured on all season. Bro, AJ Brown's a good athlete. He just had a bad injury. He's tough. You see how he playing? Bro, he's not even 100%. So AJ Brown been playing, but Kenny G's a good play. Like, if Kenny G was playing for any other team with a great quarterback, I'm like, yeah, Kenny G's a good play. And he still is a good play for Detroit, but it's too inconsistent. Detroit don't know what they want to do. So they can run the ball 25 times 1 week and then throw it to Kenny G and Marvin Jones the next game, and then the next game just target Marvin Jones. I'm not playing that. I don't got time for that. I'm trying to win. I don't got time to try to play musical chairs. So yeah, man. That's good, man. That you took Kamara first, Hop second, and then you took wide receiver AJ Brown and Kenny G, but they been injury prone. So you got a good team, bro. There's nothing wrong with that. The waiver wire is the best part of fantasy. It is that you tell them it is. That's the best part because you staying ahead of the curve if you picking up players right. So and Kevin agrees with that. So I already says took Aaron Rodgers in the 8th round and I'm satisfied. Yeah, bro, that's when you take him. I wasn't big on like this Jamal Adams. I see that down. Yeah, that's what I was thinking earlier. I'm not big on taking quarterbacks early, because you can get guys like this, but I wasn't big on guys like stationary guys like Rodgers and Breeze. I was on the agile guys, and look at them, guys. The game has changed. Allen is moving. Kyler Murray, Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson. That's what the game is. So those guys may not be as good in the pocket as the stationary quarterbacks, but this is fantasy. So you have to use the legs. You remember Lamar Jackson 1 year couldn't even pass. He only was completing 2 passes a game and still was doing pretty good in fantasy because of his legs, guys. So the stationary guys, you got to be great to be for me to pick you and you be stationary. You got to be an Aaron Rodgers, not even a Drew Brees. You got to be something special for me to pick you, and you're not running the ball at all. Aaron can run it too, so that's what makes Aaron. Aaron is one of the best pocket passers, and can run if he have to. That's not what he does, but he can. So that's why Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. Aaron MF and Rodgers, right? Aries says MVS over Lazard. No, Lazard, as far as a consistent play, you can start him at a wide receiver 2 or even 3. He don't have to be a flex. MVS is just a flex. He's not nobody that you can start at a 1 or 2. They're just the titles. But I like Lazard. He's a good play, man. He could have, especially when they keep doubling Devontae, Lazard can have 8 catches for 80 yards because he was helped taking some of the pressure off. And then MVS still could have that one big play. The one big play. So IRA says, would you start Rodgers against Coach this week? Who's your best waiver wire quarterback? Okay, I'm about to get on that right now. Would you start Rodgers against the Colts defense? If you don't have nothing better, it's Rodgers. He may throw for 1 or 2 touchdowns, 15 points, whatever. That's fine, bro. Hopefully you get because you got to do what you got to do. So if it's nobody else, you don't want to go on a waiver wire and get Alex Smith to start, even though Rodgers got a bad matchup. Then don't do it. Because don't be scared. The Rodgers still can boom the Colts. They got a good defense. They play good, but the Rodgers can still boom them for 2-3 touchdowns. So is this how you feel, bro? If something comes up on the waiver wire that looks real good to you, like you like a Tua or something, then that's fine. But I'll start them if I got to, and I won't be like feeling like I'm doing something crazy. Sorry, Breeze says 2. Okay, like he's gonna be out 2 weeks. Updated 3 weeks out. Okay, 3 weeks out. Okay. Okay, so guys, let me talk about some quarterbacks. So guys, Jameis Winston was 1. Now, Jameis is not going to be booming. Like, I'm not expecting him to throw for 35 points, but he can still get you by if you have to for 15 points. So sometimes you got a good team, you just got a top quarterback like a Josh Allen out on the bye, and you might have to stream Jameis Winston, and that's fine. But don't expect him like, okay, I'm playing, man. He can give me 30 points. Don't expect that. So I don't think that he's going to be a big boomer, but I think he's a safe flow. He might be the safest floor out there that you make sure you don't have a dud. But let me make sure, guys, because I got some notes down right here. Okay. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I don't like to leave you stagnant. So, and you remember I always told you I like Baker Mayfield too, but he's not. I just like Baker Mayfield. I like the setup. I like the run game that helps protect him. So, like I said, he's not a terrible play. Yeah, he didn't have a great game, but the weather wasn't great either. So, Baker's not terrible. And you always got David Carr too. So, you can play David Carr too. But another guy I was going to talk about was Pete Walker from the Carolina. Now, he's just a starter. I would rather go and play somebody like Foles, but I don't want to keep talking about the same quarterbacks that's original that you probably played once a time or so. But Pete Walker could go out. He's agile. He can run. He's a decent player. He played in the the CFL that they was going to have, and he was the MVP for so far until they shut down their season. So if Teddy Bridgewater's out, you can play Pete Walker. But like I said, I really go with something that I know, something safer. I don't know who's really on y'all leagues that are available, but let me see. I don't like Phillip Rivers, not against that Green Bay offense. Jake Luton, I'm not a big fan of him. It don't look great for quarterbacks this week, guys. It just, but remember I told you about Daniel Jones, so maybe pick up a Daniel Jones if you have to. Maybe Daniel Jones is out there on your waivers, and you can pick him up. He got a lot of run upside. So I like Daniel Jones going forward. I'm trying to see if there's anybody else out there left that y'all might have the decision to make to see if y'all can play. Like I said about Tua. Tua's playing against Denver. They're not bad. Cam Newton. Remember I told y'all, not a lot of you talking about, oh, Cam Newton, he's sorry. I'm not dropping Cam. He's playing against Houston. That's a good matchup. So, guys, play Cam if you can. Let's see. And that's about all for us quarterbacks, guys. It was just weak on quarterbacks. I just had to go through players and say what you got to expect, not somebody who he's going to boom this week. So let me go look up in the chat real quick. When would you trade for Beasley? Right before the week and he drops 27? So he said, when you trade for Beasley, right? When you trade for Beasley, right before the week and he drops 27. I guess that wasn't for me. Updated Breeze 3 weeks out. Okay, I read that. RA Soul says your boy Logan Thomas did good this week. Got him started in the next 2 weeks. Yeah, bro. I know you because somebody hit. I think my homie Uzi. He was like, man, Logan killed me. Like I think last week. I'm like, bro, ain't no other tight ends doing that much. So I mean, like he just safe plays. Like other than Travis Kelce, the tight ends look terrible, guys. I got a couple guys for you. I haven't got to them yet, but guys, the tight ends is not. So if you score 10 points, you're good. Don't really worry about the tight end position. I played Taysom Hill this week and only had 2 points, but I still won because I had other boomers and good safe plays in my lineup. So I wasn't worried about what Taysom Hill did. Now, when it came down to the end, because I won at the end, I shot off by some points, but I was like, I won the points either way they came. But I wasn't putting it on like, oh, Taysom Hill's going to cost me my fantasy. No, you can't put that on the tight end. Only tight end you can say can cost you is Kittle and Kelce. None of those guys, Hawkinson, you can't put that on them because they just too, if the tight end position is what it is. But these other teams, they play the tight end position different. So Kansas City, they using Travis Kelce. You know how they're going to do George Kittle most of games. Other than that, it's just too teeter-tottering. But yeah, man, Logan Thomas showed off, bro. All right, yeah, Uzi, that's fine, bro. I'll talk to you later, man. You be good. I know you probably already gone. So my boy says, Aiden Tabane says, should Chubb owner try to trade for Hunt? Yes, and play both of them. Yeah, I said what I said. Remember how Melvin Gordon, you could have played Melvin Gordon and Austin Eckler last year and had 40 points out of both of them? Like between the two, like but one of them had 20, the other one had 20. Yeah, you can do that, bro. Yep. Make sure you like the stream, guys, and share this to your friends and whoever. Make sure you subscribe to the content too. See, stream this week. Man, I don't play a lot of DSTs, bro. But I like Miami. I talked about Miami beginning of the season because I knew what Byron Jones was. So I'll say Miami. That's a sneaky play. And that's all I can do. Kevin, if you hit me up in the comment section and be like, hey, TD, did you forget about them DSTs for me? And I'll go ahead and I'll send you something, man, and talk to you about some DSTs. But let me do some research, bro. I just don't like giving out stuff that I'm like, I don't know. I'm not going to give you nothing that I don't know about. And I'm not sure about DSTs because man, it's so much fun of playing an ID play, man. I'm telling you, picking up a defensive player is so much funner. Or the DST it's good, but it's more fun of playing with the players, man. I'm telling you, try it, Kevin. So Ira says money line Vikings or Bears today. Who you got, bro? You know, I gave y'all something last week, and I gave you something Monday. Was it Monday? No, it was Thursday against Tennessee, and I said Tennessee. Tennessee got whooped. It hurt me because I don't like being wrong. I'm usually not wrong because I would tell you I don't know if I didn't know. Tennessee let me down, but money line tonight. Whew. Bruh, I guess say Vikings, but I know that's not the safe play. Maybe you take the home. I just it's a tough matchup because I'm not going to just sit there and say the Bears and they got a great defense, but they offense is not good enough to put the challenge Minnesota on the defensive side. Minnesota's not that great on defense, but Chicago's not that good on offense. But and so you say Chicago has a great defense, so they'll shut Minnesota down. Not so fast. Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook controls this game. Minnesota has a chance to win it. And so let me see them shut Dalvin Cook down, and everybody gonna watch that. And they were like, "Oh, how did they shut this guy down?" Because nobody has. He's played a good defenses, and he ran through them. So let's just see what they do. But I would take Vikings. That's just me. I'm just going with an edgy, and I'm feeling the Vikings today, bro. So Iris says Kirk Cousins against the Cowboys, not a bad stream. No, it's not. Kirk Cousins not a bad stream. Against the Cowboys. But don't sleep on the Cowboys. And I say that because they're getting better. And it's sometimes the defense, how they play at the beginning of the season, doesn't make them play bad at the end of the season. So especially when they struggling. Now, if they was on a high, stuff happen when you on a high. Oh, we good. And then you go out there and get your butt handed to you. But Dallas is struggling, and they playing for their jobs. The players, they don't want to look bad on film because they might get cut, and then they can't start on another team because they got bad film out there. So those guys are going to play hard. Ron Gallagher says trade Swift and Lamb for Derrick Henry. Woo! Ron Gallagher, if you are number 1 and number 2 in your league, I would say, yeah, do it for the playoffs. But if you're trying to win week to week, Swift and Lamb will be okay. Yeah, but if you are preparing for the playoffs, you pretty good. Like, hey, I'm good, Terry. Even I might come in second, third, or first. Then I say, yeah, go ahead and make the trade, and that way you have a bell cow in the playoffs. That's going to be in the cold because cold weather is coming. Like I said, it's cuffing season. It's getting cold. We all need a boo thing to cuff. No pun intended. So, Kirk Cousins against the Cowboys. Okay. And Levi Ty says, should I buy low on Zeke? No. I don't got to read the rest of it. Leave Zeke alone, bro. If you was to say, did you stash Tony Pollard? I'd be like, okay, yeah, that's fine. Because, Zeke could go down at any time, which it don't seem like he's going to get hurt. But Tony Pollard looked more explosive than Zeke last week. They used both of them. So I wouldn't buy low on Zeke unless you can get him for real low. Like if you can get him if you can trade what's the weak running back? A Gio Bernard or something? Nah, I wouldn't even say Gio Bernard. Wow. It's got to be somebody that's iffy, that's giving me duds. I would trade for him, but I'm not trading no good player for Zeke. The trade package I will offer for Zeke, bro, is one player, like maybe a tight end, somebody that got a little bit of upside. I wouldn't trade him for like nobody Devontae Parker or nobody like that. No, you're not getting a startable caliber player. You can get an RB3 or a flex. A flex. That's the biggest I go up. A flex, man. I'm not giving much up for Zeke. Is Michael Thomas a top wide receiver still? Yes, but not this year. He was injured. So as next year when he comes back and he haven't been injured and he's coming back fully and got his rhythm down, he's a number one receiver. But right this year, I wouldn't try to hold him accountable for being a number one receiver now because it's just not fair. He's been out, so it takes time to get that chemistry back. Yeah, you 9-1, so yeah, you can do that, bro. You can do that. Make that move then on Gallagher, because then for the playoffs you gonna kill. You know that what you think they're gonna give Derrick Henry like 12 carries in the playoffs? No, like I'm talking about for fantasy playoffs. Like he's always getting that workload. Now, DeAndre Swift, I like him, man. So just be cautious. Trust your team sometimes. DeAndre Swift is one of the guys I'm trading for, but DeAndre Swift was on that list. So was Derrick Henry. So that sometimes that can be tomato, and then you trade the guy that will actually have more upside. So I know you got to do that soon because I know deadlines are gone. But I'm not just going to tell you I like Swift. Much as Henry, probably not for the playoffs, but I do like Swift. That's all I can say, bro. So if you trade, just be ready. Just be ready for that. Swift or Chubb for fantasy playoffs. So let me go look at their record, man. Let me look at I think Swift had a nice playoff record, man. So let me go look, man, because I'm not gonna not look at his record, what teams he got to play in the playoffs before I tell you this. Okay, I don't know when your playoffs start, but week 13 he got Chicago, DeAndre Swift. That doesn't scare me because he can still kill them in the pass game. But this is what you're going to have him for. You got to play Green Bay week 14. That's a rival game. So Detroit not just going to lay down for them. So you got Green Bay, and then on week 15, you got Tennessee. They ain't played good against the run all year. Look at what Naeem Hines did. Now, I don't know if the offensive line is as good as Detroit, but it doesn't matter sometimes, because so I like Swift. Let me look at this other guy real quick. Let me look at Chubb real quick. So I've been going for an hour. Okay. So Chubb, this is Chubb. Chubb's look a little tougher. He got Tennessee. Like I said, they can be had. And I'm pretty sure that the Browns will have the Tennessee. They will rush good against them. But then you got Baltimore. And then week 15, you got the Giants. That's Chubb. I would stay with Swift, bro. That's what I would do. I would stay with Swift. So guys, let me see. I got the tight ends to talk about. This last group for guys that y'all can go out and get. Guys, don't forget to like the stream and also subscribe to the channel and share it to your friends. I like Jordan Reed. He's playing in the Kittle situation, so they're gonna target him. He had 11 points last week, which was yesterday. I like Mike Gesicki. He hasn't showed any good trends, but they let go of Isaiah Ford and they changed some things up. I believe he's a tight end, so he's better than nothing. He's better than a lot of guys. And then the last guy, which is my main guy, and I've told y'all about this, is Logan Thomas. I've talked about him in the chat. Y'all brought him up too. I love Logan Thomas. He had a nice 3-game trend, 16, 16, 7, 10 points. And 4 receptions for 66 yards that he had last week too. So guys, Logan Thomas is a nice play. Actually my safest play for all those 3 tight ends. So guys, I'm gonna I'm gonna answer your questions, these last couple questions for 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna get out of here and get ready for tonight's game. And guys, I'm gonna do some more videos for you tomorrow, like far as waiver wire. I'm gonna do a separate video, and I'm not gonna go live tomorrow. So I'm gonna give y'all some waiver wire pickups from each position. And guys, hit me up and give me some advice of what y'all want daily. So if you can give me like, Terry, this is how I need to be efficient with my fantasy league. Monday, give me this. Tuesday, give me this. Wednesday, give me this. Thursday, Friday. Give me Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and tell me what you would need to know to help you be ahead of the schedule to make a great fantasy team. And I take them all in consideration, and I give y'all that, and that'll help for next year. But I'll do it this year too. But next year we'll go in from week 1 or start from preseason and give that to y'all, and we can go, run this thing like a train. So Levi Todd says Lamar, Kamara, Chubb, Gurley, Montgomery, Keenan Allen, A.J. Brown, A.B., Mark Andrews, A-Rob, Jay Crowder, Brady. And Crowder. Brady, I'm struggling to make the playoffs. Who do you recommend me moving? Wow, you struggling, bro? Like, you got Kamara. Okay, you got a decent team. I love, like, Lamar, man. You keep him. You're gonna have some good weeks, and you had a pretty decent week this week. Kamara, we already know where he is. Chubb, we know where he is. I like that. Gurley and Montgomery, you can move. Keep Keenan Allen, keep AJ Brown, keep AB stashed for when he started getting peppered a lot. But I believe he will get peppered before the season is over if they don't kick him out of the league for something else. I don't know if you still have trades, but if you can trade A-Rod for something to get you something better, keep Mark Andrews. If you can't get no trades for A-Rob, that's fine. You keep him too. And Brady, you play him as matchups. So if Lamar start having duds and he's not getting bigger than no more than 25 points a game, and you see Tom Brady out there getting the chemistry looks real good to you, and you can hit me up and let me know. So Terry, should I start Brady over Lamar this week? I'll let you know as far as going forward. But right now, I wouldn't do it. I think Brady got a bet. If I'm not mistaken, I'm thinking Lamar, they got to play Pittsburgh, right? And I'm thinking Brady might have a better matchup. So this could be the week, but I'm not sure yet. I haven't looked the schedule yet because neither of those guys are on my team. Well, Lamar is, so I think this is a Pittsburgh week. But yeah, man, Brady, he can be played over Lamar at times. I like going forward. I just think the chemistry is getting better with his receivers, bro. You said I'm struggling to make the playoffs. Yeah, man. What's your record, man? Because you probably can go in the playoffs. You probably like 4-5 and can make the playoffs. What's the mindset or strategy when you're in second place in your league? Like, should I play conservative players or boom or bust players? Boom and bust players, and because you need to find out what they are. So go put them in. Don't let them boom on your bench, and then you think you're gonna play them later. If you play them, play these guys or stash them. You don't. Where you in second, so you can play. You can get free. So if you want to play, I'm just giving you an example. Might not be your example, but if say I'm in ESPN league and I'm second, I might play Taysom Hill at the tight end spot this week, just before the fact that I'm in second. And what if he hits and I got a quarterback playing the tight end spot? I'm going to kill. He gonna have 35 points at the tight end spot. So yeah, bro. Let me see. Make sure I'm answering this question right. So yeah, man. Just should I play conservative players or boom? Yeah, man. You just play your boom players, man. You can play boom and safe players. You're just trying to find out what guys is because you can do that going into your playoffs. So when you come into week 1 of your playoffs, you should be like, yeah, I'm playing you. I don't care nothing about no matchup because you need to find out about guys, how they do against bad matchups. Like I said about Jacoby Myers earlier. I don't care who he playing. he's in my flex or my receiver, whatever I need, wherever I need to put him in, he's playing. I'm not going to, oh, well, he has a bad matchup. No, so because I found out about him. I played him 2 weeks. I set him this week. He still hit with a bad matchup. Now I know what to do going forward for my playoffs and everything. So if he say he have a bad week this week, unless if he don't get hurt, if it's just a crazy game, weather game, I'm still got him for my playoffs. So you're just trying to figure out who's you need in your foxhole for week 1 of the playoffs. Guys that are going to boom or matchup that are not matchup dependent. Guys that's going to boom against good matchups. So that's all. So Erie says, what's the mindset? Okay, yeah, I answered that. Levi said, just subscribe, love the content. Thank you, Levi. I appreciate you, bro. Share it to your friends, man. Ira says, TD, you the best underrated fantasy expert. I listen to you first before anybody else. Keep doing your thing, Playboy. I appreciate that, Ira. So yeah, man, I appreciate that, bro. I'm trying to be the best, man. Sky's the limit, guys. Every day is exciting to me because I don't care how many subscribers. I don't care if I got 300, 400, 100. I know what I'm doing is good. A lot of guys that have great big followings and doing fantasy, and they good guys. I listened to them before in the years past, but they playing it safe. And I'm gonna tell you why, guys, and I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna chastise y'all a little bit. When I tell y'all real cutting edge stuff, those videos don't get subscribed to. They don't get viewed. So you can't get mad at these guys for giving you regurgitated information about Julio Jones, CMC, D-Hop, because that's what y'all like. And I'm not saying all y'all, because I feel like my audience is cutting edge. Y'all like it all. Y'all like it raw. But a lot of guys, if I keep it raw, I believe I'm going to grow because I'm just going to come through the front door with my market. But a guy that's an average guy starting off, guys, he can't do this. It take him forever to get likes and views. So let me give you an example. I talked about Kyle Allen a couple of weeks ago when he first got in. No, he wasn't first. He had been in there for a little bit, but I picked him for a streamer of the week. Guys, he had like 40 views. And I seen some comments that wasn't from my loyal fans or my subscribers, but it was guys like, man, Kyle Allen, it's got a thumbs down, and he hit. Did you think anybody went back to that video and said, man, you was right, and my views went back up on it? No. But I look at other views of guys talking about Kyler Murray is going to be a big boomer for the rest of the season. It's like 5,000 views on the video. That doesn't make me influence me to give you that. But I'm like, okay, I get it. So sometimes through the week, I give something a little bit more like surface, and it gets more views, and I grow 50, 60 subscribers in like a day. But then I go and give you cutting edge information about a player, talking about Mike Davis is not going to sit down, Christian McCaffrey come back, and if he does, if they bail cow Christian McCaffrey too much, he could get hurt. And it happened. But that video only 100 views. But I talked about, and I did talk about one edgy thing that blew up, the AJ Dillon thing. But there's other videos I had to talk about players that are known to get the views and build my channel. So I just want to give y'all audience to let y'all know this is what guys go through. So they talk about those surface things because that's what get them views. But what's going to happen? They're going to stay safe. It's like a restaurant. Oh yeah, this is what's been working. And then another restaurant come and start selling something that is very expensive, but it's good for you. And they're like, well, you ain't gonna be able to make it that way. But eventually he breaks through, and look what the market he got now. He can talk health. He can talk great food. So that's the same thing. So when I break through, I'm like, yeah, I'm cutting edge, and I'm talking about players that other fantasy channels are not talking about. And I don't need to pander to y'all to get the views because y'all know this is who I am. So that's the benefit. That's why I'm gonna stay true to the channel. But that's what's going on, man. And I hope I didn't go too far out there and talk about crazy stuff. The next time I'm streaming is Thursday. So I'm doing it every game day. All right. Every game day I'm going live, and I'm gonna give you like I'm gonna try to do like an hour before and let you know Terry's going live. And this is the last comment right here, guys. Kevin says, is Mike Davis still worth playing or even holding on? He's worth holding on to. If you got a better play, like if I would play Kalen Ballage over him this week. Now it could be wrong, I'm not gonna tell you to drop him, but I'm gonna play Kalen Ballage over him this week, bro. So, guys, I appreciate y'all tuning in to this live. I appreciate the guys who subscribe. I appreciate the guys who share my content. Thank you. And guys, y'all have a blessed day. Like I said, don't forget to check out my website at GoodeSportsTD.com. Again, that's GoodeSportsTD.com, and that's good as in GOODE, as in my last name, sports, all one word, TD.com. And guys, go over there and check me out. Hit me up for consultations. You can see I've only posted one article. I haven't done a lot over there because I don't know if I'm getting a lot of traction. So I'm not going to spend a lot of money over there if y'all not going over there a lot. And I know I'm just starting, so I'm just kind of, weighing my odds and evens and stuff and seeing what I should do. But yeah, guys, don't forget to check me out. Also hit me up, guys, at Facebook. I have a Facebook for my YouTube channel. And I also have an Instagram. And you can find me. All you do is type in my name and you can find me, guys. Guys, y'all have a blessed day. Enjoy this game tonight, too. Let me see what Ira says. He said, yeah, that's why I like your videos. You giving out edgy sleepers compared to common players. Yes, that's what my market is, bro. And I'll be able to do more other things that are like just the reasonable things that every fantasy channel does. As I grow bigger. But right now, my niche is just deep sleepers and stuff. So thank you guys. Thank you again. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.